Welcome to Quail's Knitting Nest. My name is Joy.
And I'm Janet. Hi, everybody.
And we are here on the coldest day in May. It's the last week of May, right?
Yeah.
Last week of May.
It's May 28th today that we're recording.
And it's about almost 20 degrees colder than the normal.
Yeah, it's in the 50s.
Yeah.
But next week, it's going to get hot.
Yes.
I saw 90.
Oh, I didn't see 90.
I don't like that. And we're getting rain, which is a great thing.
Yes.
We have 5 days in a row of rain.
Oh.
Which is
that what the forecast is? 5 days? Holy
My
cow.
flowers and everything are blooming beautifully.
Huh?
And maybe we're out of our drought finally.
Well, we're down, last time I checked, we were down to level 2. And we're on that line that divides level 2 and level 1. So we're sort of borderline. But I don't think it's been updated since last week's rain.
I'm sure.
So we'll see.
I think everything's so green, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is very pretty. I'm roasting at the moment.
So you go first.
I thought
What are you wearing, Joy?
It's the perfect day to wear this because it's cold outside. But
she wanted hot tea, too.
I get here and Janet's house is like...
And the air conditioning's on 71. That's why I said the humidity is very high out there. I understand.
Anyway, this is my grand Coquelicot, which I finished. It has little detail here at the side where the pattern goes up and down, and then it does the same, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it does the same thing in the back.
In the yoke here. Yeah.
And it has, this is the same pattern in the yoke, but it doesn't have the up and down feature. It's just straight across the front and then again straight across the back. It's worked top down. You start here and you work up and over the shoulder, and then you start here and work up and over the shoulder, and then you join them, and then you work down the shoulder. And then at a certain point, you start to pick up around the shoulder. And then you're working the whole thing, sort of like a raglan, because you're doing increases along this line on both sides for the sleeves and for the front. So it gives it's a set-in sleeve shape, but it's done with, after you pick up the sleeve, it's done with like raglan shaping here.
And who's the designer?
The designer is Hell at Zell.
Oh, okay. And what does that word mean? Do you know? Grand, what is?
Coquelicot is another name for a corn poppy. The bright red poppies that you see.
Oh, okay.
I guess because of this little detail.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what stitch that is. That's pretty. It's not really a cable, is it?
No. It's an eyelet. So you start with 2 stitches, you do a yarn over it, increases to 3 stitches, and then you do slip 1 over the other 2 to decrease it back to 2 stitches. And it is, I don't remember the name, what it's called, but it is a pattern from one of Barbara Walker's books. When I was looking through the pattern book, I saw it in there.
And that's only on on the top of the cuff. You have ribbing on the bottom.
And the same here.
On the bottom. And then the button band.
Yep.
Now, you didn't put buttonholes in, right? No.
I did not.
You probably could put them through here, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Originally, I was thinking I would use the existing holes as buttonholes, but I wasn't really sure about how I was going to place the buttons, because in the pattern, she adds, in this I-cord edging right here, she just loops it around. And in the photos, I really don't like the way it looks.
I like it just like this. That's what I was wondering.
And then I was thinking about adding a button band on one side and just like doing this.
I don't think so.
But when I finished it all like this, I decided, I'll just leave it as it is.
No, it looks nice.
And so what, I don't know if you noticed when I walked in, but what I've done is I took this.
Right.
I've worn it a couple times recently. It's been cool enough. And just here at the bottom to hold it in, stick this little shawl pin in And then it stays pretty well closed by itself at the top without really needing anything. And then that way it's closed if my belly gets cold, which it does in the winter. And then if I get warm, I can just stick it up here like a pin.
I like it open, just like a Chanel jacket. I think it's pretty.
Yes, I like it that way, but sometimes I get cold, so I want it closed.
And you have the I-cord all the way around the neck too, and down the front.
Yeah, so the I-cord starts here at the bottom.
And it's not on the bottom.
No.
It's just the rib. Okay. That's pretty.
Goes up around the neck and down the other side.
Mm-hmm.
The yarn I used is our Red Rope Farm yarn.
Oh, yes. I have that too. Mm.
I've been collecting a skein here and there for years. And I had 3 skeins of one batch and 1 skein of another batch, but they were close enough that it didn't really matter. So I used 4 skeins, and this is how much yarn I had left over.
Well, you know I have it. So if you were really desperate.
I finished this sleeve and I used 64 grams. And then I had 63 grams left.
Oh my goodness. So how did you do that?
I don't know. It just worked. For whatever reason, it used enough less. Oh, I know why. Because the yardage in that 4th skein, there was a little bit more yardage in that skein. That's why I was able to eke it out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some yarn chicken. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so that's, and I'm really happy with it. It's super comfortable. Feel it. It doesn't even feel
I like
all
it.
that rustic.
That's what I'm thinking. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does still have a little bit of lanolin. Like I can feel it on my fingers. Just a little bit of lanolin in it.
Is this a pearl stitch? That's it?
Yeah.
Every so often? Okay.
Yeah. The pattern is straight stockinette.
Oh.
But I added this because when I did my swatch was biasing.
Oh.
So I did a second swatch, just adding in a little bit of texture, and that helped compensate for the bias.
I really like that.
And so that's the way it is.
I think that looks better than just plain stockinette.
I really like it. I'm so happy with it.
That's good. I'm so glad you didn't have to rip sleeves and rip this.
Well, I did.
I
did work this part twice.
Oh.
Because it felt like in the schematic she had every single measurement except the arm side, the armhole depth. That measurement was not included in her schematic. So I was kind of guessing, and as I was working on it, I felt like the armhole was really short. So when I did it the first time, I added an extra 10 rows, and I finished it, and I tried it on, and I felt like it was still too short. So I ripped back and added another 8 on top of the original 10. So I ended up adding a total of 18 extra rows here to give me what I was shooting for, like a 9-inch, because I usually do.
And that just fits. That was really small.
Yeah.
The armhole in the pattern.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I was looking at the pictures on Ravelry, and you can see that it's a very tight armhole on the people
for a cardigan.
that have.
My goodness.
Yeah. So I knew I didn't want it that tight.
No, it's just right.
But it worked out.
You always managed. I figured, that's why I asked. You always have to finagle something.
But other than that, I think I stayed pretty true to the rest of the pattern. There was one person who she did this eyelet pattern all the way around for the whole cable. And I thought about doing that, but then I thought, well, I like the pattern as it is, so I'll just do it as it is, because then it sets it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Is that a Ravelry pattern or is that a book?
It's actually a free pattern on Ravelry.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah. It's kind of awkwardly worded. I think it was originally written in French.
Okay.
And the translation is a little, some of the phrasing makes you think, wait, what am I doing? Like, what is next? And it's not written like traditional, like we think of pattern style.
Right.
So I had to like read it a couple times and think, okay, what is it I'm doing here? Each section, I'm like, wait, what? But once you figure it out, okay, it makes sense. But
So it's really a more experienced pattern.
Yes,
say.
I would definitely
Like the
say.
European patterns are very skimpy on information because they assume you know everything. So that's probably what that's about.
But yeah, I'm super happy with it, and I really like the weight of it. This is, she calls it fingering, but it's really more like a sport weight.
Do you think?
It's 325 yards
Oh.
for 100 and, well, this one was 106 grams.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
labeled as 115 grams, but the weight varies. I think they do it more by yardage.
Mm-hmm.
So 325 yards, it's
That's
definitely
sport.
more of a sport weight.
Yeah.
And I like this weight. It's nice in between. It makes for a good cardigan for spring and fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So that's me. And what's this?
And I'm wearing my Close to You shawl by Justyna Lorkowska. This is one of my favorites. I don't know how many of these I've made, but I just love it. And the yarn is one of my favorites. It's Miss Babs. Yummy 2-ply, 100% superwash merino wool. The color is Hillside Lupine. And I love the design on the one side. It's one of these patterns that once you get started, you don't need to look at the pattern anymore. So it's easy while you're watching TV. It has little picot edging on this side. One of my favorites. And I'll put it closer. My colors. I love these colors.
Yeah, there's really pretty
You can see
purples
the
in there.
colors. Purple and teal and
Now, are
kind
these
of bare.
Are these picos like a normal?
Bind off, yeah.
The reason I'm asking is they
Go ahead.
seem like less pointy and more sort of
They're only-
scalloped.
They're only 2 stitches
Okay.
that you cast down, so it's just a small picot.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Easy, very easy bind off, picot bind off. I just love this side. And I was going to put beads in it, and then I got started knitting, and I forgot to put the beads in.
Oh.
I had matching beads. So I'm sure I'll match some other yarn that I have.
Take
I'm
a
all
minute,
twisted.
yeah.
I think I'm all twisted. Anyway, yes,
Here, I
I'm
can help
twisted.
you with it.
Am I twisted in the back?
No.
I must be. No?
No.
I give them as gifts a lot too. So I think I love the pattern because it's a 1 skein fingering weight, and I have all those 1 skein beautiful hand dye yarns, the pretty colors,
Mm-hmm.
and it just shows it off, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I like this size shawl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the bigger shawls. They just are too much.
Mm-hmm. Other
I have
shawls.
3 shawls to show. This is the Lace Shawl by Kelbourne Woolens. It was the Philly Yarn Crawl free pattern. So, I don't know if you can see the color. It's made with Kelbourne Woolens, of course. And it's Silk Blend number 1 is the gray color. I'll show you like that. It's the gray color. And it's 50 wool, 30 silk, and 20 cotton. I like the way it feels. And it's mixed with, it's held double with their new mohair Harmony, which is 72 kid mohair, 28 mulberry silk. Yeah. Oh, and the gray was fingering. And this is lace.
Luscious. Yeah.
And that's my color. So I mixed those two.
It feels
And
really
surprisingly, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but when you look at this, even in the store, it looks like pink to me. There's like a pink
nice. A little
in there.
bit. Yeah.
Doesn't
Mhm. I see that.
It's so pretty. I don't know how.
The gray.
The gray and the teal, the turquoise made the pink, but it
The
did.
turquoise somehow
Yeah,
makes
it's
the
just
gray
really,
look
really
pink.
pretty. It's a pretty pattern. The only thing is, I do have to say, I added 10 rows to the chart because it was very small.
Mm-hmm.
And I had enough. I could have kept going, but I knew the bind off was going to be very long because the bind off happens on this
All
edge.
the way along the top.
So I didn't want to run out. So I did have just a little bit left.
To what kind of bind off did you use? Stretchy or regular?
I just used the regular bind off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it worked.
Good.
Yeah.
It's very pretty. This is in my
And I
queue
like
too.
the size of it too.
I do like. I want to make this, and it feels
It's all charted.
really nice.
Mhm. So that was a nice free pattern from the
Mhm.
Philly Crawl. And then my last one is Joy's Lenten Mystery Knit Along 2025. I want to call it by the right name. 3 colors of DK yarn, and I love this yarn. This mosaic design. Really nice pattern, and it is for sale on Ravelry.
Yep.
Under Lenten MKAL 2025, right? It's a size 7 needle. I used Aisling yarn, BFL 3-ply, natural and blue denim, and 250 yards, 4 ounces. I love this yarn. Osling, however you say Oslin. We always... Ashland. We always... whatever. And the pink was just for my stash. It was a 2-ply wool. That worked well with it.
Oh, yeah. It worked perfectly with
I just love it. I love the way it feels.
Yeah.
It's bigger, but it's not too big. It's a good size. Mine came out a good size. I know some of our friends made it, and they were all different sizes.
Yes.
But I used a size 7 needle, like that you called for. But it's a lovely pattern to work. It's a lot of fun. It really... I love mosaic, so...
Yeah.
I enjoyed it very much.
Your colors are...
Yeah, I really like
great.
the colors.
Love
It'll
the way
be very
it turned
wearable.
out.
So everybody try it. Did anybody try it for the Lenten? I think 40 people were doing it.
40 people did the knit along. I did hear from 2 people who said they were interested again next year. So let me know if you think you might want to do another one next year. Please let us know in the comments. If there aren't enough people interested, I mean, why bother? But if you're interested, let us know, and I'll maybe look into something. Yeah,
it was fun. I like doing I love doing mystery knit-alongs. I know you never do them, but I've always done them, so I enjoyed it. And it's just enough knitting that you could get it done pretty much, except for one clue. I got it done on the first day. Of the clue. I guess it really was. I don't know, was it the second last clue? I think was very long.
Yeah, there was a lot to it.
Yeah, so that took me a couple days.
Because I heard from quite a few people who said that they did 1 or 2 rows a day to make it last the whole week.
And I did it all at once.
Yeah.
I was curious. I enjoyed knitting with that yarn.
Yeah.
I really did.
Luscious.
So I have 3 pairs of socks that I did. Okay, so this first pair is Destination Yarns, and the color is Hawaii. So actually, I wanted to check to see if they're still in business. I don't know. I bought this yarn during COVID. I remember I was ordering things online. And they have different colorways for each state.
Oh.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm pretty sure they had all 50.
Wow.
But, so this was Hawaii. Of course, my colors, the turquoise and
the pink
and greens.
Yeah.
I love that. So this yarn, it's a little bit...
It's not as
rough.
soft as your usual, yeah.
It's 75 superwash wool and 25 nylon. And I did knit 2, purl 2, rib on the top, and the rest is just stockinette. The same pattern that I use all the time. I don't even look at the pattern anymore. It's Joy's original sock pattern. And here's the other one. I just didn't put it on. But when I blocked it, look how nice it lays.
Oh yeah,
it's really a pretty yarn.
Pretty.
But it's a little sturdier. It's a little heavier. Another pair that I finished was this one. Now this is really soft. I think that this is Into the World. WHIRLED. Into the World, that I got at Rhinebeck.
But you don't have
a couple years
tag.
ago. But I don't have the tag. I'm pretty sure that's what this is, because that's what I was buying. I always bought Miss Babs and Into the World for sock yarns every year, and I'm sure it's merino and silk. It's really soft.
Yeah, it's
because I always bought merino, silk, Into the World, and Miss Babs.
And it's a beautiful color. I like that blue.
I love this color. And you tell everything. I could wear everything from aqua to teal. I just love those shades. So this one I just did a knit one through the back loop and purl one for the top, the rib. I love the look of that twisted knit stitch rather than the plain knit one, purl one. This is the one I do all the time. I just think it looks so much better. And it's stockinette the rest of the way. These are I'll probably keep these. And I do have a third one. I didn't bring my one in progress. I'm up to here on the second one. I didn't bring.
Oh, this is that bamboo pop, right?
Yes, I forgot my work in progress one. This is Universal Yarn Bamboo Pop Sock. Oh, you know what? I should put it on. Here, let's put it on here. Oops. It'll look better. And I wanted a shorter one for this since it's going to be summer sock. Bamboo Pop. It's 492 yards. It even says on here that it's super fine, but it's nice. I am using a size 0.
Oh, are you?
Yes, I usually use a size 1 needle. And I did knit 2, purl 2 up here, and the rest is stockinette. I love the way it stripes.
Yes.
And I did match up the second one. I didn't bring it, but I did match it. It is 55 bamboo, 37 cotton, and 8 PBT, which I'm assuming is some sort of acrylic nylon. But I love the way they feel. The only thing is, I just know they're going to stretch out. I could tell after wearing them a few times. I think I had another pair of bamboo socks, and that's what happened.
It doesn't have elastic, does it?
No.
Oh, maybe.
And this was very reasonably priced. I have to say, it was $12.50. That's so unusual.
For 490 yards?
Yep. And this is from Conversational Threads. Okay,
that's
it for my socks.
I have one finished pair of socks, which is this. This is Shoulder and Stall Fortissima Colory is the yarn. And it's the German yarn, so it's not as soft as your merino silks or whatever. But I have to say, it softened up noticeably when I washed them.
They feel nice.
They were very, very stiff and more rustic before washing, but they bloomed and softened up really nicely when I washed them.
Are those for you?
No, these are for my sister-in-law.
They're very high, tall.
Yeah, 8-inch cuff, which is what I do for myself. So I did them for her also. Make a nice winter sock. And I have one in progress. I'm using the Shades of Sakata, which we got at Knitter's Edge a few years ago. And I'm still working my way through my Shades of Sakata stash. And this is the purplish lavender colorway. I have one done. I haven't started the second one yet. So that's what I have for socks. And then one other finished item, or 2 other finished items, are my next hexagons for the blanket. So I started a new pattern, and this time, instead of using 2 ends of one colorway, I'm using 2 different colorways.
Oh.
And believe it or not, both of these are from the same 2 balls. But it just shows how different they are.
Oh, that's the Kauni.
This one is really, the colors are so close.
They are.
That you can hardly see the pattern. But you can see it in the center and on the edge, but in the middle it's very mottled, which is okay. I mean, you can kind of, it's sort of like
see it on the screen though, better, I think.
See the color evolution as it comes out from the center out. This particular pattern I'm not as crazy about, because the middle, even on this one where you can see the pattern, it's not what I would call a very interesting or exciting pattern. It's very geometric.
I like the way the color went on that though. That looks pretty. Oh, it's gonna be gorgeous.
Yeah. So I have 2 more done. This is 17 and 18.
Wow.
So I have 6 more to go.
6 more.
I'm getting close.
By Christmas you'll be done.
Maybe.
You'll have it put together. I know you.
I might be done the knitting by Christmas, but I'm not sure about putting it together. It's going to take a while to get it together. So what do you have going here? This looks pretty.
I thought I'd get a little bit further. I planned to knit this weekend, but I ended up having unexpected company every day, which was very nice. And I was down the shore all last week, so I didn't get any knitting done there. But I'm making the Alpine Bloom sweater by Katelyn Hunter. And I am using my Needles at the Ready yarn.
Ooh.
Kevin is the yarn dyer, and Ray, they have a podcast. So my contrast color for the flowers is going to be this. And the color is Bejeweled. It's their Achilles sock, 75% superwash merino, 25 nylon, 463 yards, 100 grams. So it's thin.
But
Very
it's
fine.
really pretty with the peach in there.
I think it's gonna be. It's all my colors. It's really pretty. And I also bought I bought it together purposely to make yoke sweater. I love this color. This is, he calls this ghost water, but it's an aqua. Look at
Yeah.
When I took it out today and I put this on, I thought this is exact. I love this color. Now this one is 100% superwash 4-ply superwash merino, and it's 438 yards to 100 grams. So it's just a little bit thicker, but you would never know it. I didn't bring my swatch, but I did a swatch, and it really works well together.
Good.
Now, the only thing is, of course, I am using smaller needles, of course. I should have shown you. Here's the neck, the lace around the neck, which I think is really pretty. This was fun to do. This was easy. So I did this in size 2.5 needles. It was supposed to be 3, but I did 2.5. How can I show this? I guess like this is the best way. The neckline.
Oh yeah, very nice.
There we go. Oh, and you have to see my needle stoppers. Look at, they even match my little ice cream sodas. I think they're so cute. And I'm going to knit the body in a size 3. Calls for a 4. But I got gauge right away.
Yeah.
So I think that I did go up a size in the sweater, just in case.
Well, you're more of a loose knitter anyway, right?
I am. Yeah. So I think I'll be fine. I'm very anxious to work on this. I just haven't had the time. I love this lace. I was debating whether I should put it on the sleeve. She also has it on the sleeve. And I was debating about that because I know one of our friends made it, and you make the lace separately and then Kitchener it on.
Oh.
You have to graft it onto the sleeve.
Because it's worked bottom up.
Right. So the lace is scalloping the right direction. But now that I see this, I do want to put it on the sleeve. I think it's very pretty. This is so easy. I can't believe what an easy lace this is. It doesn't look it. It's very pretty. I like Katelyn Hunter's patterns though. Boyland Knitworks. She's really good.
Yeah.
That's about it. I'm curious to see how my flowers are going to come out. I was a little concerned because this is the spin cycle
and it's
striping. That changes and stripes. Mine's not going to do that.
Right. No,
that's what I'm working on.
I think it'll look really nice.
I can't wait. I'm really dying to work on it. I just haven't had the time.
Well, I have one in progress. I am working on the Iris t-shirt or whatever. I don't know what it's just a summer sweater by Yumiko Alexander. It's called Iris by Yumiko Alexander. I'm using this yarn that I got at Kelbourne Woolens on the yarn crawl earlier this year. It's called Allino, and it's 50-50 cotton linen.
BC Garn.
Very nice.
Yep, it is. That's a nice yarn.
And I have finished the back. It's worked bottom up in 2 pieces, front and back. So this is the back. I did change the pattern because when I did my swatch and I saw this nice scallop edge at the bottom, I thought, oh, I'm doing that because the pattern calls for a ribbing at the bottom. And then it changes into this lace pattern. But I really like the scallop edge, so I just did the whole thing lace and I skipped the ribbing. And it is also very simple lace pattern. It's 8 rows with 4 of the rows being pearl. But it also has a cable thrown in. So it's 3 rows of lace and 1 row of cable. And it's kind of fun how, like, this isn't blocked or anything. And you can see, look on the back side, you can see all the little sort of bubbles that the pattern makes before you block it. Basically, you knit 2 rectangles and you sew them together. Very simple. After working on this is flying off the needles.
Do you have a picture of it? No.
Very quick. Not on me, but I'll put one in the video. So
and who was that by? Is that on Ravelry or is it a book?
It is on Ravelry. It's Yumiko Alexander. Her company is called Dando.
I never heard of her.
I forget how to spell it, but I'll put it
How
on
do you
there.
find these? You find... Are you just searching by the yarn weight and...
Yes.
Okay.
I searched Ravelry for the yarn weight, what I wanted, which was like a summer short sleeve top.
Okay.
And usually I'll search first my own personal library.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I don't see anything there, then I will search my favorites. And I think this was in my favorites. And I had a couple, I was thinking about maybe doing a short sleeve cardigan out of this. But then I was just really attracted to this pattern. I really liked the picture of it. So I went with that.
Because these aren't in the most popular. That's what I was wondering. You managed to find very different patterns. They're not in most popular. That's what I usually look at.
Oh, the Hare now?
Top 10 pages, yeah.
So that's what I'm working on.
They're all new designers. That's neat. Oh, we had a nice field trip.
Yeah, we did.
Willow Creek Farm Preserve, I think it's called.
Yep.
The exact name. That Joy heard about from
Clara
Parks.
Parks wool,
Right.
The wool wire that she puts out once a week. Last fall, she mentioned it, and I put it on my radar because because it's close to us. It's what, a half an hour ish away
it's in
from us?
Collegeville, PA.
And when I looked it up last fall, after she did the piece on it, I discovered that they have what they call open farm, but it's only once a year in the spring. So then I put it on my calendar.
It opened April 24th, and that's when we went.
Yeah, the
Pretty
very
much.
first day.
They're only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And it was supposed to close May 24th, and that's when I went a second time with another knitting friend, but they extended it another week.
Oh.
So this Saturday is the last day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ask about like hours during the year? Like, is their store open?
You can call. They're there all the time, she said, and you could call and make an appointment. I spoke to Dee. She was there this past week. The owner wasn't there this time.
I just wonder because they sell the yarn and the honey and this other stuff that you're going to show, and they also have cut flowers. So I feel like
Right. Well, they won't have the flowers, but if you want the yarn or a tour of the factory or whatever, not the factory, the mill.
the mill.
Okay, so we'll get into that. They have 170 Shetland sheep. They also grow tulips and peonies. And the peonies were gorgeous last week.
I
Oh
bet.
my goodness. And they shear their sheep in the spring, and they do everything from from the sheep to the skein.
Right
Everything right in the back. And the owner took us on a tour and showed us how everything operates. Joy's going to put a video at the end of this podcast, which I think you're going to enjoy. It's very nice process. Wow.
Yeah, so she doesn't have to send her yarn, or she doesn't have to send her wool anywhere out to be milled because she does it all herself. Yeah. And they've only been in business 2 years?
2 years. 7 years. They're there 7 years, but they just started this. Oh, it's a beautiful facility. That's for sure. It's all wood. I think it's Amish built, she told us. And the mill, and the front part of it is this shop, actually. It's a big store. On one end, they have all beautiful leather couches that you could sit and knit, which we're planning to do soon. Maybe, I think in the fall, we're going to plan that, hopefully. And they have all of their yarn spread out. And Dee, who works in the shop, is the knitter. She makes all the samples, all the yarn. There is another woman who works in the back in the mill and helps with the processing. Oh, so Dee said they will be there after this Saturday. They're going to be working in the back, processing all the wool from this year's shearing. So,
I only got one skein, but Janet
of
here.
course.
Well, you started off with 2 and then went back. So this is the skein I got. It's all Shetland. She has different colors.
All natural. They don't dye.
Yeah, there's no dyed yarn. I keep saying yet till she finds it.
I don't know if she will.
No, who knows? Because she does her own milling and whatnot. I don't know if it's just because of that or if it's just the sheep the wool off the individual sheep, but each batch is slightly different. So instead of having dye lots, she has batch lots. So if you wanted to get enough yarn for a sweater, for example, you would want to try and get all of your same batch, because she has lots of this off-white fingering, but each one is slightly different. It'll have a different yardage amount, a different weight amount, slightly different.
Well, this one is 316 yards. This is fingering. And this is called Ecru. It doesn't have a batch number.
Oh.
But Ecru is the name of the sheep, I think, for this one.
Right.
Yes.
So 316 yards. This is 360 yards. So this is a lot finer, I guess.
Yeah.
Yours is
111 grams.
And mine's 116. So
Yeah.
she runs about a 4-ounce skein.
2-ply fingering. This, I just love this. I just love this.
And the difference in color is very subtle, but I don't know if you can pick it out on camera, but definitely to us, we can see it.
This is more towards camely. I really like it.
Yeah.
It's a rich color. And mine, it has a lot of lanolin in it.
Right. More than mine.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Just when you pick up
It's
the
so
skein, you
soft.
can tell it's
There's
different.
a big difference.
There's you
Big
get
difference.
right on your fingers. Yeah.
Yep. I just love it. So when I went back the second time, I got sweater quantity because I'm making a cardigan. I decided I want a cardigan. Like looking at yours too today, I'm thinking, no, I definitely want a cardigan out of this in this color.
And this is 316 yards. So this is about the same yardage as what I was getting in my red rope.
And every skein weighs a different amount. Yeah, some of mine have only 280 or 290 yards. This one's 316. Some have 320. Because I now have 6 of them, so just enough for a cardigan.
Yeah.
I just love it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And their colors are so beautiful. There's a dark, my friend Donna, who's also a knitter, she got one that almost looks like charcoal gray, but I think it's that dark brown. I'm not sure. It's beautiful. But they have all shades of brown, of course, because they're sheep. You'll see on the video are all different colors. And it's just a pretty, pretty place. And the people couldn't be nicer.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Melissa, the owner, is, oh my goodness. We were there an hour and a half just talking to them. And, oh, come back. We'll show you everything. So, of course. We had a good time.
Yeah.
And they also sell their own honey, too. Pure and raw honey. Willow Creek Farm Preserve. I didn't taste mine yet. Donna bought them and she said it's delicious.
I bet.
She put it in her tea. I haven't had it yet. The other thing I bought this time that you haven't seen, Joy, is they make note cards. And these are their sheep. I didn't even open it yet. I don't know if I could open it.
The owner does all these photos.
Yeah?
So she does the photos on the sheep. And in the video, when you see all the photos on the walls, they're all her photos as well.
How cute they are.
Yeah.
Look at how cute.
Very cute. Very cute.
They are adorable. We didn't see this. Well, but they were all shorn when we got there. So we didn't see all of this. Look at how cute they are. They are the cutest. And they're so friendly. They really aren't afraid of you. And they have their emblem and their logo. So my knitting friends will be getting these for occasions. Joy. And the other thing that I really liked was Dee, who works there, makes these. The flowers that they grow, they dry, and she puts them in epoxy. And she makes something like this. I think they're so pretty. That the flowers are suspended in the epoxy, and it's for a tea light candle. So I bought one for a friend on the first visit with you and gave it to her, and she loved it. She's actually taking her daughter from Oregon there. Look at this one, how cute. She put the flower right in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
So my husband's cousins are visiting next month from out of town, so these are little gifts for them.
Nice.
I didn't get one for myself. That's what these are the only 2 she had left. So I told Dee, I said, you have to make more of these because I need one for myself. But this is all she had left. I think they're beautiful. I don't know if you can really see how the flowers are just, they're so pretty the way she positions them.
Felt on the bottom.
Really pretty. Yep, for your furniture.
Yeah. Yeah, and to think it's right in our own backyard.
And we never knew. Well, it's relatively new.
Yeah, I guess.
But we'll be taking knitting friends there, I'm sure. It's beautiful. They have tables and chairs outside. You could sit with umbrellas. Just a very pretty place.
When you pull in, they have the sheep fields on the one side, and then on the other side is this immense garden area.
The flowers, all the flowers.
Yeah. So the yarn shop where we went to see Arne and Carlos a couple of years ago.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm sorry. Yes, I do.
So she's doing a knitting tour of England in September.
Right.
And I signed up for it.
Oh, did you? Did you get in?
Yeah.
Oh,
she had room.
Oh, good.
Yeah. She was still actively looking for people to join their crew. I'm not sure how many of them there are, but it says anywhere from 10 to 24 people. So I got in on that, and I'm excited to
Is
go.
it just England? Or
It's just England. It's a day in London, and then a workshop with Georgia Farrell. Yeah, Georgia Farrell.
Okay.
She's a designer from Rowan.
Oh, okay.
And then we go to York, and then we have a workshop with somebody named Lisa Richardson.
Oh, I've heard of her.
Okay. And then we go to Bath, and we have a workshop with Martin Story.
Oh, Martin Story. Okay. Oh, that'll be interesting. Very nice. And when is this?
September 15th. Through
This
the 20th.
September? Oh, wow. Well, that will be lovely.
It'll be fun. It's the week before Knitter's Day Out, actually.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to have to make sure I'm all ready and set to go for Knitter's Day Out before I leave.
I was telling Joy that there's so many knit-alongs happening this summer. And our question was going to be, tell us if you're doing any summer knit-alongs. We're curious what you guys are interested in. I saw one, oh, it's on my phone. I've done Marie Greene's knit-alongs before. And she has a 4-day knit-along. And it's usually the 4th of July. And it is again this year. And this is what she's doing this year. The Astro Pop sweater. This is Marie in her sweater. So I'm planning to do this. I haven't selected my yarns yet, but I'm sure I have something in my stash. You could pre-order on Ravelry, and she's going to do a Zoom. So what are you doing?
Yeah, let us know if you're doing any knit-alongs, and if so, what they are. Be fun to see what everyone's working on.
Hope you're having a nice summer.
Yes. Take care.
We'll see you again.
Bye.
Have a good summer.